Hello, everybody. Hi. Can you hear me? Hello. Hi there. Hi, folks. How we doing? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the live stand-up show we're doing tonight on Twitch. Hi there. Hi, KT Gremlin Teeth. Hi, Irkujo. Hi. Why is my Twitter background... I want to make my hair taller. Why is my Twitter background, like... on black? It makes it so hard to read people's usernames. Novus Sekai. Hello, Loose Change. Hello, Confused Laughter. Hello, CKC427. Hello, Ribbons the Musical. Hey, Elvin Elegy. Oh my gosh, good to see you. One of our original mods, folks. Elvin Elegy in the chat. Elvin's been watching this channel for like 4 years now or something like that. Maybe even longer. Cujo just resubscribed, our longest serving, maybe our second longest serving mod after Elvin Elegy. Cujo's been a subscriber for 42 months of this channel. Really amazing. Thank you so much, Cujo, for continuing to subscribe. Chris the Supreme says, overthrow the bourgeoisie. I would do that, but I think I might be a bourgeoisie. I'm not sure. I think it might be one. I'm not sure. Pickle Ricky, welcome. Welcome, Thick Diane. How's it going, Thick Diane? How's it going, The Remover? Welcome. Welcome, Ribbons the Musical. How's it going, everybody? So we're going to do our live stand-up show today. We got 2 wonderful comics for you. We're going to get it going in just a second. This is going to be the last live stand-up on Twitch show we're going to do before the end of the year. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you gather your comedy acorns and store them away for the long winter ahead. Groovy t-shirt. Glad you like it. Go Sparks. Oh, Ribbons the Musician. Sorry, not Ribbons the Musical. I apologize. Welcome, Pipe Cleaner Art. Do you clean pipes, or are you yourself personally a pipe cleaner? Hard to tell. Thanks for following, Pickle Ricky. We are going to be streaming more next week. Not next week. We are going to be streaming more this year. Next year. We're going to do more comedy next year. And I'm going to be, of course, just streaming random stuff on stream all holiday season. Because I'm not traveling, so I got to just keep myself entertained. You guys seem to like the stand-up comedy show, so I think we might keep doing it as long as I have the time. All right, so here's how the stand-up comedy show works. Here's how our live stand-up comedy show works. In a little bit, will be posting a link to this very Zoom room that I am hosting the show from in the chat. You, as a viewer of this stream, are welcome to join the Zoom room and add your laughter to the melange of voices that we are going to be making here. And I encourage you to. I would love you to. You don't have to. You can just enjoy the show. Watch it on Twitch if you like. But stand-up comedy does not exist without audience laughter. And so getting you into the Zoom room so we can hear your laughs is a real help. When you join the Zoom room, here are the ground rules. Number 1, if you watch the show before, you know. Number 1, keep your monitor off. Keep your click stop video. Do not show your video. I will stop it if you try to start it. Number 2, only laughter sounds. Those are the only kind of sounds we want. We don't want people to say, yes, that happened to me. Or, wow, I like that joke. Just laugh. It's comedy club rules. Just laugh. No other sounds. And if there is something happening in the room with you, if you're walking outside, if your partner comes in and starts banging pots and pans, if your children create a tiny parade and start playing the recorder and they start playing Yankee Doodle Dandy or another public domain song, I won't get DMCA'd because it is public domain, but please do hit the mute button because we don't want to hear that, okay? And I can mute you. I do have that power, but it is not my preference to mute you, okay? If you want to play my jingle, it's EECCDCB. Really helpful. But don't play it in the Zoom room, okay? You'd love to see the tiny parade, but we're not going to see the tiny parade create K2 Gremlin Teeth, okay? So, is everyone down with those rules? Yes? We're down with the rules? Join the Zoom room. Keep your video off. Keep yourself muted if there's something going on in the background. And please unmute yourself and laugh and make no other sounds other than laughing. Sound good? All right. Here goes the Zoom room paste. Here we are. What if you rickrolled the Zoom room on cello? Don't do that. you would be banned. I love these rules, says Osmosis 9. Great, I'm glad you love the rules. Welcome to join. Feel free to load in. I got to figure out what the hell material I'm going to do. I haven't even thought about it yet. Fuck. I'm bad at comedy. Bad at comedy. Feel free to come on and join. KT joined. Anybody else want to join the room? Oh, boy. KT, careful with the feedback. Yeah, try to wear headphones. That's another rule. Wear headphones if you can so that your microphone is separate from the audio. You can juggle ferrets while you watch if you keep your video off. The remover says people who laugh silently and get mistaken for not having fun in comedy in normal times probably wouldn't be helpful, right? I mean, join. Maybe we can provoke a laugh from you. Give it a shot. All right, we got some other folks loading in. Anybody else? Join if you like. No mandatory, but much appreciated to have you in the Zoom room. I understand it's the holidays. You know, we're a little low on participation this week because people are too full from all the cookies that they are beginning to make. That's fine. Are we going to even get enough people in this Zoom room in order to do the people that we got? We only got 2 people so far. It's like 1 a.m., so I think I'll just enjoy from Twitch. That's fine, Ribbons the musician. That's totally fine. But if we don't get enough people, we're just going to do it without the audience. That's going to be what's going to happen. It's going to be what's going to happen. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. But the comedians will sweat more. Comics doing comedy without an audience is, let me tell you something, they're unhappy about it. So you'll see beads of sweat emanate from their foreheads, drip down their faces, into their eyes. They'll become blinded. They'll start wiping their eyes furiously. They'll knock over a candle that they keep on the bed next to them. It'll set the whole room ablaze. You'll be responsible for the death of a comedian. That's what will happen if they don't have any laughs to work with. Okay, we got 3 people in here now. That would not be very PogChamp. What the fuck does PogChamp mean? Does anybody know? It's 4 a.m. You should be asleep where you are. We got people from all over the world. Incredible, Moroccan. Here's the Zoom link one more time. Anybody else? We'll give another 60 seconds. We'll let anybody else join who wants to join our Zoom room and add their live laughter to the show. Aha! We got a couple more people. Here comes Chelsea. Here comes Dustin. Here comes KT. Incredible. We're filling up here. I lack critical information about PogChamp. I know PogChamp is an emote, but why in the last couple months have people started saying, they just started typing out the word PogChamp? That's what I don't understand. Confused by it. Okay. Because it's a vibe? Fair enough. Hey, we got Brett here. Very nice. We got Sarah. All right, we got enough people now. All right, so folks who have joined our Zoom room, I would like you to unmute. I need every single one of you to unmute this time. All right, fantastic. Thank you for unmuting. Fluid Tunes and Sarah Creedenoff, you might need to join audio or something. I currently do not see you as having microphones. Oh, and Catherine has a little feedback. Catherine, you might. Oh, we have feedback? Yeah. I think we're doing okay. Fluid Tunes is on audio. And
still over here.
Oh, I'm going to mute that one. Apologies. We had a little bit of background noise. And Nikki is here. Make sure you join computer audio and you click unmute in order to join the audience. All right, fantastic. Here we go. So, guys, when I leave, I'm going to, the show is going to begin. So I'm going to leave. I'm going to announce myself, and I want you to give me a giant round of applause, okay? Here we go. Ready? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage your host for this evening, Adam Conover. It never feels any better than that. No, that was wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming to this live comedy show this evening. Are you ready for an amazing show?
Hell yeah.
Woo! Woo!
You guys all sound like, what if a comedy audience was composed entirely of people trying to not wake up their roommates? That's what you guys sound like. Really amazing. Ha, 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 ha. You're under the covers. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for being here. This is the live comedy show we're doing. I do this because as a stand-up comic, I need it. I'm going insane in my home, and I want to see other comedians. We actually got the show started late tonight because me and the other comics were having too much fun shit-talking in the green room. That's the main thing that we like to do. That's the main thing we like about comedy shows is that's where you talk shit about other comedians and about the comedy industry in general. That's why I painted the walls of my room green, so it'll be a green room. Thank you. That's what that deserved, sir. I appreciate it. Zoom life is tough, though. Zoom shows are tough because in the previous world, let me move this mouse. In the previous world, at the very least, when we bombed at a show, we got to leave. You know what I mean? I would leave the bar, I would leave the comedy club, my place of shame, and go home. And my girlfriend would be like, "How was the show?" And I'd be like, "This is pretty good. This is fine. I did good." You know what I mean? She doesn't know. But now she can fucking hear me through the walls. She knows what I'm doing. She's like, "That was the material you did tonight?" Oh my God. I didn't know your act was this bad. I quit. That's how we break up in this family. I quit. Anybody else been writing a lot of emails? I feel like that's my whole life right now is writing emails. That's all I do. You guys ever write an email that's so good, like you're just like "Oh, I fucking nailed this email. Like I told them there's something going on at work or whatever," and you're like, "Oh, I gotta write exactly what's necessary. I'm gonna put everybody in their place." Oh, the email's so good, you like go back and read it later. Like, I told them. What are they gonna even be able to say to this? Everything's gonna change because of this email. Then they write back and they're like, "Oh, thank you for the input, but we're actually going to go forward as we had initially intended." You're like, "Fuck. God damn it." That's not comedy. It's just something that happened to me last week. I'm trying to write more material about why I don't want to have kids. Not interested in having kids. Did the joke a couple weeks ago. I've done it 2 or 3 times in this show, so I'm not going to do it again, about how parents are all narcissists, but that's one real reason. It's one reason. But the other reason is, one reason I don't want to become a parent. I think it's bad to be a parent. I think parents are bad people. And you shouldn't become one. If you think about it, who's more responsible for the pain and suffering of children than parents, right? If you think of child abuse, right, neglect, all these sorts of things, where are they coming from? Parents. Why would you want to become a parent then? What we need is less parents, all right? If you don't want to be part of the problem, don't be a parent. But also, kids are also very shitty. Kids fucking suck. First, everyone's like, "Oh, they're a little angel. They're so innocent." No, they're not. First of all, every child grows up to be an adult, a normal, disappointing adult. Like, if you people are like, "I need to bring a new life into the world." No, you don't, because you're picturing a perfect little baby that's innocent of sin. What you need to ask yourself is, does the world really need another adult human being in it? Like, you've seen these other 7 billion motherfuckers walking around, and you're saying, "Oh yeah, we need one more of these." That's what the earth really demands. Is another Debbie, Carl, or Pete driving a Toyota RAV4 to the Chipotle. We really need that to be done. Everyone's going to be upset if we don't have another fucking accountant in the world. Like, no, I think we'd all be fine with less of all of this. Like, but more importantly, like, kids themselves fucking suck ass. You know what I hate about kids? All kids do this. They all act superior. Do you know what I'm talking about? They all act like they're so fucking smart, and they got a joke on you that they've they've like figured it out, and they can play mind games with you. Like I saw this kid. I was riding on the bus. This little girl turns to me. I had never met this little girl. This little girl turns to me, and she was like, "Hey," she had this smirk on her face. She was like, "Do you have a tail?" And I was like, "What is the fucking mind game she's trying to play here? This is a trick question, clearly. What is it? Do I say no or do I say yes? If I say no, I fall into her trap. If I say yes, I'm saying something incoherent, right? So I say, all right, fine. I don't have a tail. And she replies, oh, so then you don't have a penis? Like, fuck you. Fuck this 6-year-old girl. Where the hell did she hear this? What is this? She thinks she beat me at something. She thinks she figured some fucking scam out. What the hell? Fuck this little girl. All right. I hate all children and all adults. As you can tell, I'm in a great mental state. Things are going great. I actually worked out some new material. I can't wait until we're all vaccinated and I can finally do it at an actual comedy show again. But that's never going to happen. People are acting like they're oh, I'm so tired of screaming about masks. I'm so happy the vaccine is here, so we'll be out of this soon. No, that was just the warm up, man. You kidding me? Masks, what we went through, that was the fucking warm up. Get ready to scream about vaccines for the next 2 years. It's gonna happen. People are just not like the entire world is made up of children. Like half of the country is just children who are like, I don't want to put on my socks, but it's a vaccine that is going to either save their life or not. And you're like, no, you have to do it. And they're like, the Constitution. Like, seriously, we just need to grab them and just jab them with needles. You know what I mean? Like, it's never been more important just to forcibly jab other people with needles, whether they like it or not. You know? I'm just going to buy a couple vaccines, just walk around with a syringe, get on the bus, stab, 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 stab. I'll go to jail, but I'll save lives. People need it. People need it, but they're not gonna get it. It's gonna be fucking horrible. Get ready to scream at everybody and everybody to scream back at you while thousands of people die every day. Sorry. That's the world we live in. Okay, I'm gonna bring your next comic up on that note. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. They're going to have to deal with it. Your first comic, very good friend of mine, incredible shit talker. This guy talks better shit about other comedians than anybody else. I don't know if he's going to do it for you, but he did it for me, and it was exquisite. Seriously, I couldn't even tell you the famous people that he has opinions about that I agree with. Oh, they're so good. But you'll never know. You'll never know unless you spend 10 years doing comedy and then sneak your way into a green room so you can hear comedians talk shit about people. He's incredibly funny. He's really one of my very favorites. I want you to give it up for the very funny Dave Ross, everybody. Dave Ross. Here he is.
Hello. Yes.
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here and to talk shit and name names. I can't wait. Not only am I going to talk shit about the comedians I was talking shit with Adam about, I'm going to tell you which ones Adam agreed with me on. And hopefully, you guys will tell them about it so he'll get in trouble. Because they all know who he is and they don't know me. So I'm going to be fine. I actually do want to talk about that for a second, but let me say first off, hi, my name's Dave Ross. But my full name is David's Bridal Ross Dress for Less. And, that's just a perfect joke, and you're welcome. I do want to clarify real quick. The reason I got fired up when Adam and I were talking, and I think it's because of a part of our personality that Adam and I share, which is that, like, I'm not Look, I'm a guy. I identify as a guy. I feel masculine, and I don't mind a great many masculine things. But I don't really understand how comedy got tough. And that's the part of comedy that drives me crazy. You know what I mean? I don't need to say any names. It's popular. These comics that are like, you ever do push-ups? Stay! Like, shut up. Why is everybody tough? Welcome to the Push-Ups podcast where I'm racist and so are you. Fuck you. I'm so tired of it. Anyway, let's get silly. I'm getting very lonely in quarantine, and so I got some friends. I needed different types of friends for different situations. So, some of them are happy. These are real things I have. They're made of cardboard. Yes, I bought them to film things with. I haven't figured out what. I think I'm just going to put a big version of my own head on and walk into door frames. I think that's throughout my set today, during which I'm going to also try out some material. Based on your reaction, I'll involve cardboard cutouts of myself that have either a positive or negative emotion on their face. So, for example, that last thing I just said, only one person giggled a little. And so this is how I fucking feel about that. Oh, man. I was also, Adam and the next comic, Chris and I were talking about how, like, comedy has become, internet comedy is funny because comedy involves so much context, and you just cannot create context on the internet, partially because you're not in the room with somebody. So, like, someone could read your joke 2 years later, and even if you attempted to create context based on Twitter that day, they don't know. And so I think what I'm saying is comedy for me has ceased to be jokes, and what it is it is now cardboard cutouts of myself and also running into walls and fart noises and just kids falling down. Fuck jokes, man. Let's all fall down. This is a bit. I want to try out a bit, and it's gonna be real bitty because it's like, how comedy can be like, you ever see this? You're at the grocery store, they got the magazine rack. Who reads those? Stuff like that. This bit's gonna be a little bit like that, but that's okay. So there's this thing that people say that's always bugged me, and I think I figured out why. And it's this phrase, and the phrase is, "My wife is my best friend." And I just want to say that she's not your best friend. And it's not because I don't feel close and very friendly with my girlfriend. It's because, I know why it happens. It's because culturally in America, we've been at odds with each other in our marriages for some reason. Just all of 90s comedy was like, can you believe this person I married is ever talking? Whoa, someone's mic got oppressively loud.
I fixed it.
Hell yeah. So it's like they're trying to say, like, oh, I'm different. I have a friendship with my wife, and I can appreciate that. But I think the reason we need to stop saying it is that, like, wife is a higher level than friend. It is like, you shouldn't be equating the two. Wifeness should include friendship, Because a wife is a person that you rely on. That's a person that you've built a life with. You possibly have kids. You share a home. You understand each other. You work on conflict resolution. You work out how to discuss with each other so you don't build resentment and you can maintain a relationship over 30 years. My best friend is a piece of shit. He's just like a terrible person that is really fun to play poker with. And yeah, like if I got punched in the face, he would punch that person who punched me, but that's the one and only way I can rely on that guy. A wife, like the level of friendship that a spouse is at should be through the roof. You should be like, that is not at all my friend, not even close. The other one that's a lot of fun is my mom is my best friend. Well, then you hate your mom for sure, because you are compensating. Your mom is your best friend. She created you and raised you and nurtured you. If you aren't focusing on the nurturing and the other wonderful parts of having a mom, then you have a bad mom who just gets drunk. And that sounds fun, but that's not a mom. The mom thing kind of makes it sad at the end. And so in the future, I won't say that. But otherwise, with that bit, I think we have a resounding This is so funny looking. I'm gonna take a screenshot. Oh man. This is of a photo from 6 years ago. I was so young, wasn't I? Look, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that everyone was a child. I agreed with that. I agreed with everything Adam said. Here are What's Up Doc Zero said, Mom bit is fine. Thank you, What's Up Doc Zero. I love you so much. I'm sorry that What's Up Doc 1 through 9 were taken. Okay, let's try out. These are some thoughts I've had in quarantine. Also, Adam, when should I shut up? In like 2 minutes?
You're doing. You got some more. You got some more time. Yeah.
Okay.
3
right.
minutes.
3 minutes. Okay.
You're crushing. 3 minutes.
Oh hell yeah, dude! Awesome. Well, no matter what you said, I was gonna run the light. So, you ever wonder if your cat is hot? Like, not to you. I'm not gross. I mean, like, to other cats. Like when your cat walks in, when you have to go on vacation, and you take your cat to the whatever you take the cat to, or the other cats in the cage is like, oh shit. Oh man, awesome, some eye candy. Fuck yeah, dude. You know the DJ, I guess he's a rapper. No, he's a DJ. Producer, EDM guy, Deadmau5. You know Deadmau5, who has the big mouse mask? What if it turned out that was Tom Hanks? How rad would that be? We're just like, dude, he's the best. He's great at everything. By the way, just an addendum to that, follow Tom Hanks on Twitter. It's the best Twitter follow ever. He signs everything Hanks, Hanx, and he just takes photos of single gloves, shoes, and socks that he sees on the street. And he's like, whoa, someone had a rough night. Hanks. Okay, one more thing I wrote in quarantine. Oh yeah. So I have a girlfriend we've been dating for like 3 months. First of all, we met in quarantine, and so it's like this weird. Oh hey, thank you. It's wonderful. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and we, like I said, we met in quarantine on an app. So I don't know if you saw this coming, but dating in quarantine is a little different. Our first date was I went to her house and then I stayed there for a week. That was our first date. Yeah, we had sex on the first date, but it was the fourth day. And being like, it's a crash course in getting to know someone. Us dating for 3 months is basically a year, 2 years, or 10 years, because we're just together all the time, and we just found out whether or not it works right away. And I don't hide. I'm 3 months in. I'm not hiding my farts. That's crazy. That's crazy. I go years hiding my farts. And I'll tell you why, though. This is the thing that I think everybody should carry with them. And like, truly, I want you to please hold this with you and share it with your friends. We do not, specifically people who date straight women, which is what I am. So it's the only thing I have experience with. We don't need to hold our farts in anymore. And it's because straight women want you to be gross, which makes sense because they date men and we're fucking awful. You know what I mean? We look like this and we're like all the fucking time. And so it makes sense. But my girlfriend literally, like, I was holding in my farts and then I realized that on a daily basis, she'd be like, oh my God, is that a zit? Can I please pop it? Can I pop it? Can I videotape me popping it? Please. Ooh, is that a sunburn? Can I peel it? Can I peel your sunburn? Are you going to puke? I want to watch. Where are you shitting? Are you going to shit next? Please let me shit with you. Like, everything that has to do with secreting, she's like, yay! So, I mean, honestly, I still hold in my farts because I have a great deal of anxiety and shame, but I should stop. And that's my set. Thank you so much.
Hey, giving over to Dave Ross, everybody. Dave Ross. Yeah, how do you rate your set? Good. I think that's right.
Yeah.
I think that's right.
Wow, it's funny. I was the one doing this, but seeing it in the video made me happy. Yeah, look, you're so happy. Who is that? Hot
You
guy.
should go bring those to like a WWE match and raise it, and people be like, "Is that guy wrestling? Like, who's that a picture of?"
Yeah, that's so funny to be in the crowd, but it's just me. I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Man.
Dave 319, whatever the fuck.
Wait, hold on.
I
just a
relate to
second.
this. I relate to this with the gross girlfriend stuff because when I started dating Lisa, wait, oh yeah, this
wanted to-
this frankly looks like a Twitch emoji. This looks like an original Twitch emoji, like one of the old, like you're a Twitch developer whose face got immortalized and people use it to express dissatisfaction on Twitch.
Totally. Yeah. The Twitch emojis are nuts, man. They got a lot of detail.
They got a lot of them, and they're like pictures of people are posting them now. There's like Kappa and stuff. It's like people, like it's just a guy who worked for Twitch and it now has a famous face.
Crazy.
Beanie hipster is what they would call it,
Oh, no.
according to Kira. I relate to this with the girlfriend farts, but it can be a double-edged sword. Like I got this problem where like one of the reasons Lisa and I got along so well, we thought farts are funny and like to fart, you know.
Yeah.
But she doesn't fart audibly, but I do, right? And one of the reasons I like dating her is I would fart and she would be like, she would laugh. I was like, oh, that's wonderful. She finds it funny, right? But then a couple years in the relationship, occasionally she started going like, I'd fart and she'd be like, oh, come on. You know? And I was like, you're giving me mixed messages. Sometimes you like it and sometimes you don't. And how am I supposed to know? You know what I mean?
Sure. Interesting. Yeah. How are you? I wonder, is it like is there a window perhaps? And a longer window than we would have thought. But maybe the first year, 2 years, it's funny because I don't know why. But why? Why is it? I don't know why it would be different. I don't. Time passes
they're
and you.
still in the limerence period. That's puppy love, and then they're forgiven.
Sure.
But then afterward, they're like, well, he should be putting some effort in. You know, it's
Yes.
that sort of thing. Now, but the effort I put in, I don't make my farts silent. I just make a bigger effort to make the farts funny.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
To like
Like here's a bit that we do is if we're in the bed, you know, falling asleep and I need to fart, I jump out of bed and I run down the hallway really fast to like the end of the hall, and then I pull my underwear down and fart really loudly. But it's
that's
like
fun.
far away from her, and that makes her laugh every time.
Yeah, that's great. I have a similar thing I do where instead of like when I feel a fart coming, I just pull my pants down and I just take a huge shit right there. Because you know what's funny? Nobody in the Zoom laughed at that, and I was like really, really gambling, but I got Adam, so I'm happy with it.
It was one of these.
Somebody literally said, Kira Murasaki said, "Oh no," huge frowny face. I share your worry. I understand. I don't actually do it. Like I said, I don't. I'm still, as much as I went on that rant, I still don't ever fart in front of her because I am terrified that everyone's going to leave, I think. You know, as we all are. How could you not be? You're alive.
I think I might have even told this story on the stream before, but I was not raised to hold in farts, and I, in fact, did not know that you could hold in farts until I was like 25. I had no idea. I was on a road trip with friends, and I farted in the car, and they were like, oh, that's terrible. And I was like, I'm sorry, guys. We had eggs for breakfast. Like, I had to fart. And they were like, yeah, you can hold in your fart, though. And I was like, how? How do you do that? And they were like, you just, like, tense your butt. And I was like, where does the fart go, smart guy? And then I tried it, and I was like, oh, I see. I'm never doing this.
Yeah. I do feel like culturally it would be better for everybody if we just let everybody fart. If it wasn't taboo, because it like the feeling of holding a fart in is like is suffocating.
Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten in arguments with people that I wouldn't have had I farted 20 seconds before.
Yeah. And I always here's what I always thought. I literally thought this for half my life. I thought that what everyone does is fart silently. You're an adult, you're a professional, and you know how to manipulate your butt cheeks, right? You're sitting in a chair in a work meeting and you're like, well, I just ease to the left and I ease to the right and I just sort of let it slowly slip out and it's silent. And when you fuck it up and it goes,
Yeah.
you are embarrassed because, everyone should know how to fart silently. You messed up and allowed us all to hear it. You don't have enough control over your sphincter. But I didn't think it was that you weren't supposed to do it at all. I thought everyone's just farting all the time, and you're just supposed to be able to do it quietly, like a civilized person.
Well, I will say that is what I do, but I was doing that and I thought it was wrong, if that makes sense.
I never thought it was
By
wrong.
the way, Kira Murasaki also said, burp, then you won't fart. and then they said, JK, I don't know.
That's not how it works. If you can do that, something is wrong with you, and you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah, wow. You have like a very small digestive system, or like weird connections are made between your organs.
That's like if you turn the sink on and you smell sewage, you need to get out of your house. You know what I mean? That's your problem.
Right.
Okay. Dave Ross, everybody. One more round of applause for Dave Ross.
Hey, this was the best. Adam, thanks for having me. Thank you all. You're so great.
Of course. Stop your video.
You got it.
Great. He did it. Okay. You guys ready for your next comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need a big round of applause. Are you guys ready for your next comedian? That's great. Your roommate is still asleep, and the comedian feels better. He is so funny. Please give it up for the really wonderful Chris Estrada, everybody. Chris Estrada. Here he comes. Oh, hold on. You're live.
I'm live. There you go. How's everybody doing? Exciting. Do I just start?
Get going. You got it.
Get going. All right. All right. It's nice to meet you, man. I know this sounds weird, but give it up for Dave. That fucking giant sticker head was amazing. Give it up for Dave. I do want to introduce myself to you, everyone on Twitch and everybody here on the Zoom, by letting you know that I am considered a comedic genius at the warehouse I work at. Right? Because that's what happens when COVID hits. Comedians have to get real jobs. And, I am considered a comedic genius at the warehouse I work at. I mean, you put me in a warehouse with 3 chubby Latino guys, I'm going to make them laugh, Is there a black dude driving a forklift? Because I'm pretty sure I can make him laugh too. But I love being funny at my warehouse job. I love it because being funny at my warehouse job is not like being funny on stage as a comedian. Because as a comedian, you work really hard to be smart, funny, and clever. But what's great about being funny at my warehouse job is you don't have to be any of those things. And I know that because a few weeks ago, I saw my coworker Armando. He was covered in sweat from unloading trucks all day. And I walked up to him and I said, damn, fool, you look cold. Put a sweater on. And they've been laughing about that shit for 2 weeks now. They cannot get enough of it. They love it. They love it. The other day, Jose came up to me and he was like, hey, what was that joke you told to Armando a few weeks ago? I go, well, get ready for this. He was covered in sweat, right? So I told him that he looked cold and he should put a sweater on. And Jose said, how do you come up with this shit? You should be a comedian. What are you doing here? I'm like the Goodwill Hunting of my warehouse job. Every few weeks they take me outside and go, listen, kid, you're better than this. No, but I haven't told any of them that I'm a comedian. I just haven't told any of them. Because I feel like if I tell them that I'm a comedian, they're going to want to come to a show like this one, like this Twitch show, and they're going to want to watch. And, I'm just worried that after the show, they're going to send me a text or they're going to call me and they're going to say, that was okay, but why didn't you do that sweater joke about Armando? I know those people probably didn't work with us, but they would have got it. It really does make me wonder why I work so hard at being a comedian. Like, I work pretty hard at this, It makes me think that I should just settle for being the funniest guy at the warehouse. I would kill it. I'm the funniest guy there. Like, you have no idea. I could be the Juan Mulaney of shipping and receiving. Oh, great. My life would be amazing. It'd be amazing. The one thing that I'm starting to think about, too, is, I know some of you are watching from all over the country, but here in California, specifically in Los Angeles, a lot of businesses aren't going to survive COVID, you know? But I think, and a lot of people are talking about that, but I think what a lot of people aren't talking about is how a lot of relationships and marriages are not going to survive COVID. I already know I know 2 couples that broke up during quarantine. I know another couple that's getting a divorce. And I'm going to tell you right now, I moved in with my girlfriend right at the beginning of quarantine, right at the very beginning of quarantine. And this whole time we have not fought at all. There's been no fight whatsoever. We're getting along better than ever. Which may sound great to you guys, but it's actually awful for me because this means I have to fucking marry her now. like I have no more excuses, none whatsoever. Because back in January when my girlfriend asked me, "Hey, sweetie, do you ever think we're gonna get married?" My reply was, "I don't know. I just don't think our relationship has been tested by a life-threatening situation." And we're here now. You know, we're here. I mean, you guys have no idea how awful it is to be in a healthy, loving relationship. And by awful, I mean fucking boring. It is boring. This is my first healthy, stable relationship. You know what I miss? Bad relationships. You know what I miss the most? Have you ever had a vase thrown at you or dishes thrown at you? I loved it. Have you ever pissed off a woman so much that she throws her good dishes at you? It's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling. Now when I piss off my current girlfriend, she wants me to sit down so she can tell me how I made her feel. And in my mind, I'm like, you have a fucking vase right there. Throw it at me. You know? I'm begging you. I want to feel alive. I only feel alive. But, you know, the thing about quarantine, too, that's really weird here in California was that the beaches were open for a good while. And I wanted the beaches closed. Like, to me, fucking close them down. Fuck the beach. And the problem that I have with the beach is that my girlfriend loves to swim. You know why? Because she can swim. You know who can't swim? I can't swim. You know? So my girlfriend loves to swim, and I hate going to the beach with her because anytime we go to the beach, I end up looking like her father because I stand at the front of the shore and I go, "Sweetie, don't go too far. Stay where I can see you." I just look like her dad. It's sad too because what's gonna happen if my girlfriend starts drowning? I'm gonna have to call another man to go save her. That other man is a lifeguard. Have you guys seen lifeguards? The ugliest lifeguard is an 8. You know? The ugliest lifeguard is a butterface, you know? I don't even have that yet right now. And it's going to be tough. Imagine if my girlfriend's drowning and a lifeguard tries to go save her. I'm going to say, "You know what? I know she's not going to survive if you save her, if we let her go, but if you save her, our relationship is not going to survive." It's just tough too, because what do you do if a lifeguard does save my girlfriend? He's going to come out of the ocean holding her in his arms. How do you compete with that? How on earth do you ever compete with that? How do you ask for sex later that night? You know, like imagine later that night or later that week, I'm with my girlfriend and I ask her for sex. She has every right to tell me that pussy is for swimmers. She has every right to say, "You know what, let's get you some swimming classes, and if you get past guppy level, maybe I'll let you eat my ass. We'll talk about it." You know? She has every right to put restrictions on me. It's horrible. But I am happy. I'm a little bit of a curmudgeon, and sometimes I get excited that certain people can't have fun. For example, I'm really happy that people in open relationships are not having fun right now. I love it. I don't know if anybody here on Twitch or on Zoom is in an open relationship. Probably not, because you would have been bragging about it right now in the chat or during the Zoom, trying to convince us that it's not weird and we should be more open-minded. It's weird. It's disgusting, you know? Me personally, I like cheaters because at least cheaters have the dignity to be quiet about it. You know, show me a cheater and that's a person I can trust, you know? Because they're doing their best to keep a secret. Not these serial killers in open relationships. They want to brag about it like it's a murder they're proud of. You know, my friend, he's in an open marriage. Oh, actually, I'll tell you this. If you don't know what an open relationship is, let me sum it up for you. An open relationship is when a psychopath tells their partner that they want to sleep with other people but still be in a relationship. You know, like something a psychopath would say, and their partner agrees to it because they're scared of dying alone. Like I said, my friend, he's in an open marriage. And he recently told me, he goes, you know, ever since me and my wife decided to be in an open marriage, we're 90% happier in our relationship. And my only thought is, nobody deserves to be that happy in a relationship. What kind of sick, disgusting relationship has that much happiness in it? You know, if you're not a little resentful, you're doing it wrong. You know, me personally, I don't think I could do an open marriage. I really don't. You know, I was brought up with traditional values. I'm an old school type of guy. Like, for example, I believe in meeting a woman, falling in love, getting married, starting a family, cheating on her, getting caught, and then losing everything in the divorce, including the kids. 'Cause look, that's how my grandfather did it. That's how my father did it. And goddamn it, that's how I'm going to do it. There's an heirloom that the men in my family like to pass down after they've been divorced. It's the keys to a studio apartment in Van Nuys. Oh, not even a place. It's a sad state of mind. My time's running up, but I'm going to leave you guys on this last thing. Adam and Dave were talking about farts and farting in front of your partner. I do not fart in front of my girlfriend. I'm deeply embarrassed by farting. I don't know why. It's a thing. I grew up this way. But the worst thing and I've been with my girlfriend for 5 fucking years, and I do not fart in front of her. I will get up and go to the bathroom and fart. It's insane. I have a really bad insecurity about it. I know I'm wrong. But I'll tell you what happened. The worst thing happened to me. 2 weeks ago, I shit my pants in front of my girlfriend. It's completely true. It's really embarrassing. My girlfriend wanted to go on a hike, and she told me, she goes, we should go on a hike, but I want to go hiking by the ocean. And I said, don't worry about it. I got you. I know how to look up really good hikes. I found a hike in Malibu here in LA that's right over the ocean. It's fucking stunning. It's beautiful. It's a 3.9 mile hike round trip. It takes us like 45 minutes to get there. And the hike, we go down and it's all by the ocean the whole time. Beautiful. We go all the way down. It takes an hour to get to the tipping point where you overlook the ocean. And my girlfriend I have IBS, by the way. I have irritable bowel syndrome. And my girlfriend brought salami, cheese, bruschetta, garlic, and some crackers. And I took medicine, but not enough medicine. But I felt confident. I felt good by looking at the ocean. And I said, I got this. I ate a bunch of it. We stayed there for like about 30 minutes looking at the ocean, and then we decided to hike back up. Hiking back up is an hour. 5 minutes into going back up to the car, my stomach started rumbling, and I got scared. And I just let her get right in front of me, and I started hiking behind her. And she says, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm okay. I'm just tired. Because even then, I didn't want to tell her that I'm gassy. And then it started hurting even more and more and more. And then she turned around, and I don't know what she saw, but she apparently thought I was having a heart attack. That's how much pain I was in. So then she comes down, and she goes, oh, my God, are you okay? Should I call the ambulance? What should I do? And I told her, and I was so embarrassed, and I said, I don't think I can hold it in. I'm going to have an accident. And then we had one napkin left, and she gave it to me and said, here, take it. Just go right here. I'll keep a lookout. And I got really sad, and I started yelling at her, just go, run. And I couldn't hold it back in, so I pulled my pants right in front of the Pacific Ocean I'm pretty sure people could see me, and I took my ass exploded with diarrhea, and it was the most embarrassing thing. I had one napkin, and then I hiked. I reached my girlfriend, and she said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "I don't want to talk about this." And then the whole hike back up. Granted, we have 50 more minutes of a hike. My girlfriend kept telling me every 10 minutes she would say, "It's okay. I love you. Your body betrayed you." Which it would have been better if she would have broke up with me at that point. I mean, she did the worst thing she did is that she stayed with me, and now it's really awful. I have to live with that every day. It's insane. So that's my set.
Oh my God, give it up for Chris Estrada, everybody. Chris Estrada. Oh my God, Chris, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Your body betrayed you. My God, what a dark thing to say.
I know, it was awful.
She thought that would make you feel better?
Yeah, well, she thought it's not your fault. She basically was saying that your body betrays you. You are, she was trying to make me feel better about it. And it was just awful because every 5 or 10 minutes, and this was a hike incline back up to the car, and it was an hour. And I did not feel clean. She kept telling me, it's okay. She goes, it's better that this happened now than it happened the first year or even on our first date. And I said, I would not take you to a hike on our first date, but.
Oh man, see, I think you guys need exposure therapy. You should have taken her down, taken her hand, and rolled around in it together. You know what I mean? Just to both get this is humanity. This is what it is to be in a relationship.
It's awful. It is really. When we came back to our apartment. I told her, I didn't talk on the whole drive back. And then when we got back to the apartment, I said, I'm going to take a shower. And she said, okay. And then after the shower, I did not want to be awake any longer. So I just went to sleep for 3 hours.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, but you gotta have those early in a relationship. I know you've been dating for 3 years, but like me and my girlfriend, like when we started dating in the first year, we went to go see like a midnight screening of The Room back when they were still doing it in theaters. So it was a while ago. But one of her friends had brought like a screwdriver in a bottle, like orange juice and vodka in a bottle. And they were like, you want some? And I was like, yes. And I was sitting just drinking it in the movie theater. And what I didn't realize was, this is the only time this ever happened to me, because I was sitting, not moving, I didn't know how drunk I was getting. You know what I mean? And then when the movie ended and I stood up, suddenly everything started moving around. And I was like fucking hammered. I was really, really wasted, more than I expected. I didn't realize how much I drank because it was a screwdriver. And so we get in a cab. We go home. I'm like feeling really nauseous in the cab. We barely make it. I get home and I like immediately go in the bathroom, just start throwing up in the toilet. She's like holding my, just like I'm like sweating and disgusting. And she's like, she's with me. And I said, I love you to her in between throw ups. And that was the first time I ever said I love you to her.
Oh, man.
Because I had been thinking about it, saying it. I had been thinking about saying it. And I was so fucked up. And it was a truly loving moment. I was like, this is when I got to say it. And then the next day I was like, I'm sorry I did it. She's like, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. You said it. It's fine. But
that is hilarious.
So that's a bear. You got to pass through. You've had that experience. And now you're closer than ever? ?
I think so. I mean, she's okay with it. Every now and then she'll bring it up, and she'll ask me things like, "How has your stomach been feeling? Are you over it?" And I'm just like, I don't want to talk about this any longer.
Yeah. Well, thank you for talking to us about it.
Yeah, thank you. I heard farts, and I thought, well, I have something similar to farts.
This is a great time. Well, thanks for coming. Give it up for Chris Estrada, everybody. One more time.
Everyone.
Chris Estrada.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much for being here. Folks, that's the show. That is the show. Thank you so much for coming. One more round of applause for everybody you saw tonight. Yeah, all right. Thank you. So, folks in the Zoom, you can log out. I'll chat with the chat a little bit. Hope you guys all had a good time. Thank you, Slife, for streaming. Thank you, Ribbons, the musician. I want to remind everybody that this is a free show for you to watch. I do, in fact, pay the comedians. Every comic on this show gets paid. So any support you can lend to the show goes to the comedians, and they are not able to perform live right now. They're not able to make money in the way that they are accustomed to. So it really does help out if you're able to chip in to this stream either with the donation. There's a tip link down below, or by subscribing. You can use an Amazon Prime subscription to get a free subscription, or you can cheer or any bits, something like that. Yes, Cujo donated $20 earlier. Thank you so much, Cujo. We got 500 bits from Chelsea VR4. Thank you so much, Chelsea VR4. That is wonderful. Appreciate you so much for doing that. This is the telethon portion of the show. I do appreciate you. Tactical Sponge, thank you for subscribing. Oh my gosh, 3 months in a row. You're amazing. And we got a hype train going. We got 500 from Nova Sekai as well. Incredible. Thank you so much. That's already like 500 bits is $5, so that's amazing. Incredible. Clancy Knock cheering as well. And we're almost to level 2 of the hype train already. Unbelievable. Can we get it going even further? The hype train, it's an algorithmic way to try to get Twitch more money, but it does work on me. I do love chanting and keeping up with the hype train. And if you subscribe, by the way, you get special Adam Conover emotes. You get special access to the subs channel in our Discord where I will chit-chat with you. You thought each bit was a cent? Yeah, that's what I mean. 500 bits is $5 because each bit is a cent. And a bunch goes to Twitch. They get a bunch of it. But can we get to level 2? I know this is a down week for us, because it's the holidays and everything. And apparently my tweet about the show didn't go through. That's part of what's happening. But can we get at least to level 2? If we get to level 2, I will play a video game. I will keep playing a video game with y'all. I could play a little bit of Pathless. I could play some Destiny 2. I've been grinding in Destiny 2 because I want to do the raid. Can we get to level 2 of the hype train? That's all I'm asking for. We got a subscription for Ribbons the Musician. That easily gets us to level 2. Ribbons the Musician, thank you so much. Really appreciate you, Ribbons the Musician. Thanks for joining us. I haven't seen you around here before. Really thank you for joining us and being a part of our little community here. All right. We'll do a little poll. How about let's do a poll? Clancy Knocked is gifting 5 subs. Clancy Knocked. You're killing me, Clancy Knocked. Clancy Knocked. Oh, God. Clancy Knocked. You astonished me to the floor of my standing desk. Incredible. Oh, and we got anonymous gifters too. Oh my God, an anonymous gifter is gifting 1 sub, I think. Incredible. Level 2 is complete. Thank you, Clancy Knocked, a constant supporter of this stream. Really appreciate it. MDF just subscribed. Thank you so much, MDF. Really appreciate you. Didn't know you were hanging out. Folks, go follow MDF. Oh, wait. Never mind. That MDF got the gift from Clancy Knocked. Well, still, please go follow MDF because the very incredible cartoonist Michael DeForge, who does lots of streaming on his own channel. Go follow MDF. It's hard to say. Yes, I get about $2.50 for each sub. I think that's about right. Rivka Winter, thank you for. Well, you received the gift. Sorry, I got confused again. Yeah. Keep coming back if you got a sub. We would love to keep having you. All right. Incredible. We're on level 3 of the hype train. Could we get to level 4? Is it even possible to get to level 4 of a hype train on this channel? It's part of this comedy show? Normally, you don't have to do this when you're doing comedy. You don't need to chant and ask the audience to donate money, but it's okay. 2 a.m. hype train. I am not it's not 2 a.m. where I am because I am on the West Coast. Is the max level 5? Yes, the max level is 5. That's the highest we can get to. All right, let's do a poll here. I'll put together a poll of what I should play. Pull this over here. What game should Adam play? The Pathless, which we gotta finish. The Pathless, Destiny 2, Magic the Gathering Arena. I think my preference is maybe to play Destiny 2 because I have been playing it and having a good time with it. Anything else that we should put in the? Let's see here. Halo. I don't want to play any Halo right now. I don't think. Play Destiny then, homie. That's what you say? I will. I also want to play the Pathless, actually. I can't decide, so. Boom. People are saying Destiny, but here, there's a poll. You can go vote in the poll. You can vote in it. People are already voting for Destiny because they know that's what I want. Wow. I'm going to move this down. Oh my God, people are voting for the Pathless as well. I also do want to play the Pathless. I want to play both games. The Pathless is a really beautiful game that we have been having a great time playing together. Currently, the Pathless and MTG Arena are tied. Incredible. Oh, the Pathless is winning. I mean, the Pathless is the more rewarding single player experience. Oh, but Destiny 2 is making a comeback. It's making a comeback. All right, I'm going to go get myself a beverage, and then when I come back, we'll know what we're playing. Okay, I got my water. Oh, the Pathless won handily. Look at that. Okay, we will play the Pathless then. And you know what? That's the right decision. Because we all love the Pathless. Okay, 1 second to get the video going here. Oh, it's not John Cohen. It's me. I swear to God, it's me. There we go. Should I start a new stream so this is in the VOD?
Baştan kaçtım